Yes, I'm Dave Delachase in for Gary this morning.
And I'm Swim Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We've got a lot to get to this morning, but first, while there is a slow improvement in air quality expected today, an air quality alert remains in effect for all of central New York.
Yes, so it continues today. It'll get a little bit better, though, for tomorrow, which is good.
Excellent.
So let's take a look now at the alert issued by the National Weather Service. They actually extended this because it was supposed to end last night. They extended it until midnight tonight. We have our air quality alert in effect for all of central New York. The air quality index is a little bit better today. We're at 118 right now. That is unhealthy for some. So if you do have any underlying issues or are already sensitive to poor air quality, this will affect you for today. So definitely still be careful today. We have temperatures in the 60s right now, 65 degrees in Inlet and Cooperstown, 64 degrees in Richfield Springs, and we're still a little bit muggy, 63 degrees for the dew point, but a cold front will move in this afternoon. It will break the humidity a little bit for tomorrow, but we're still tracking that haze today, humid conditions, a few thunderstorms possible this afternoon. But then after this afternoon, once the cold front moves through, we will get a little bit better. The haze will improve along with the humidity for tomorrow. So for the rest of today, expect thunderstorms possible this afternoon. We'll reach near 80, and I will talk a little bit more about the chances of thunderstorm coming up, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. Let's get right to it. News Channel 2 is...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. Today we are going to be dry through most of the morning, but then in the afternoon there is going to be a chance of some pop-up thunderstorms. That's due to a cold front moving in, but then we will dry out for tonight and will remain dry for the day tomorrow. So it just looks like today, this afternoon, a few thunderstorms, and then a really nice day tomorrow as the humidity breaks because of that. So a pop-up shower thunderstorm is possible. We dry out tomorrow. Some more pop-up thunderstorms are possible Thursday, and they do become more widespread on Friday. Looks like we could be seeing showers and thunderstorms for the day on Friday. So if you did want to do anything outside, I would say get stuff done this morning, but if you are sensitive to air quality, keep that in mind. It's still at a higher number for today. Tomorrow actually is probably going to be the nicest day of the week. We see the humidity break, we'll be seeing sunshine, the smoke clearing out as well, and then maybe for Thursday as pop-up thunderstorms are possible once again. Dave.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. It's another week of scorching.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with haze once again this morning, and today we are going to continue to see haze due to that wildfire smoke. So let's take a look now at downtown Utica. Some clouds to start along with hazy conditions. We're in the 60s to start, and then today we are going to be seeing the chance of some pop-up thunderstorms this afternoon. But first, still dealing with the air quality issues. We still have our air quality alert in effect from the National Weather Service. They extended it until midnight tonight now, and then we should be seeing a big improvement tomorrow. But for today, a little bit of improvement. It is going to be unhealthy for some. At this point, our air quality index is just around 115. So if you are sensitive to air quality, keep in mind that today probably still going to be some issues if you are going to be outside. Our temperatures to start are in the 60s. We have 66 degrees in Dowdesville, 69 degrees in Utica, and if we look to the south, we have 63 degrees in Hamilton and 64 degrees in Norwich. We'll reach near 80 today, and it's still going to be a little bit muggy ahead of a cold front, but this cold front is going to pass through this afternoon, and what it will do is we'll start to push out the smoke and lower the humidity. So a really pleasant day is actually expected tomorrow. It then gets muggy again for the end of the week. So this morning, our area is dry. This is our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. We are seeing a few thunderstorms just to the northwest of us. There is a cold front out there. That is looking to move through this afternoon, bringing in the chance of a few pop-up thunderstorms for this afternoon, and then we will dry out for tonight. But let's take a look at our surface smoke. As we can see, still a little bit heavy this morning. It is going to be unhealthy for some for most of the day. If you do have any underlying issues or are sensitive to poor air quality, be careful once again today. But by the time we head into this evening, as we could see a big decrease, it turns like a lighter blue color, and into tomorrow morning, then it really continues to push out tomorrow. So that cold front is really kind of going to help push out the smoke in our area. So today on our Skycast, we are going to be seeing some sun. Then we're going to be seeing the chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm for the afternoon. Highs will reach just near 80, and it will still be a little bit humid. And then tonight, a few thunderstorms continue. Will drop into the 60s. Less haze and less humidity tomorrow. It's actually going to be a pleasant day tomorrow. We'll be seeing sunshine, and highs will be near 80 with just a little bit of a breeze. So for the rest of today, expect partly sunny skies. A few thunderstorms are possible later. It's still going to be a little bit hazy and muggy. And then tonight will drop into the 60s with improving weather tomorrow. Less humidity and less haze. We are going to be seeing some sunshine, but then showers and thunderstorms return for the end of the week. Dave.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. The time now is 5:20 and still ahead. It's called the Holy Hour. I'm Dave Delachase. Gary has the day off.
And I'm from Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And those Canadian wildfires still causing a problem for us here in central New York. An air quality alert remains in effect for the entire region. And Hannah has the latest on that and the rest of our forecast.
Yes, so they extended it until tonight because we're still seeing kind of poor air quality today once again. So let's take a look at that. The National Weather Service still has the air quality alert in effect until midnight tonight. This is for all of central New York once again, but it is less than yesterday. The air quality index is just around 115 at this point. This is going to fall into the unhealthy for some category. So if you're already sensitive to air quality or have any underlying issues with air quality, keep that in mind for today, and definitely limit your time outside once again today, but it should start to improve for tonight and for tomorrow. Our temperature right now is in the 60s, 66 degrees in Westmoreland and 64 degrees in Richfield Springs and Inlet. We'll reach near 80 today, and still is going to be a little bit muggy. Our dew point's at 63 degrees, but a cold front will move through this afternoon. That is kind of going to push out the haze. It's also going to bring in the chance of some thunderstorms. It will also decrease the humidity for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a really nice, pleasant day as the haze improves and the humidity decreases as well. So for the rest of today, expect a pop-up thunderstorm possible. We'll reach near 80 with hazy conditions once again. And I will talk a little bit more about the chance of thunderstorms this afternoon coming up, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than just 10 minutes away. DEC Forest Rangers from her.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. We're waking up in the 60s again this morning. 68 degrees being measured at the Grivis Park Airport in Rome. Dew points at 63, so still a little bit muggy outside. And we're seeing hazy conditions continuing today. This is due to the wildfire smoke up in Canada. We will continue to see a little bit of haze today, but the air quality index is just going to be in the unhealthy for some category. Yesterday it was in the unhealthy category for all of us. It's getting a little bit better today. It does continue through today, but then it starts to improve tonight and tomorrow. That's due to a cold front moving through this afternoon. It does bring in the chance of some thunderstorms this afternoon, but what it does is it decreases the humidity tomorrow, and it improves the air quality for tomorrow as well for an overall really pleasant day ahead. Dave.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. In your health, we've got our hands on a new study.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with hazy conditions again this morning from wildfire smoke, but it's not as bad as it was yesterday. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. Some clouds and a haze to start. Our air quality index is just around 120 right now, so it's not as bad as it was yesterday, but the National Weather Service is still continuing this air quality alert. They extended it until midnight tonight, and this is for all of central New York because today it's still going to be unhealthy for anyone who is already sensitive to air quality or does have any underlying issues. So keep that in mind today if you do fit in this category. have limits when going outside. Our temperatures are in the 60s this morning. We have 64 degrees in Inlet, 69 degrees in Utica, and taking a look to the south, we have 63 degrees in Sherburne and in Hamilton, and 61 degrees in Skenevis. Today we'll reach near 80 and will still be a little bit muggy outside. A cold front moves through later this afternoon, and it does drop the humidity for tomorrow. It also kind of pushes out the smoke for tomorrow as well, and it gets humid again for the end of the week. So this morning, we are dry in our area on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar, but there's a cold front just to the west of us that is going to move through this afternoon. We'll bring in the possibility of a few pop-up showers and thunderstorms, and what it will do is we'll drop the humidity for tomorrow, and it will start to push out the smoke as well. So we should start to see some improvements. As for today, it's not as bad as it was yesterday. Yesterday we wore this orange color. Today we're more of like a green color. It continues to be kind of green and yellow throughout the day, so it will be on that unhealthy for some category, unhealthy for anyone with air quality issues who are sensitive to it. But then as we head into tonight, after the cold front pushed through, as we can see, it's decreasing and it's moving out, and it should be much better for tomorrow. So for today, we are tracking partly sunny skies, hazy conditions. We'll reach near 80, and then a few pop-up thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and evening as that cold front moves through. Tonight we'll drop into the 60s, the humidity will drop, and tomorrow is going to be a really pleasant day outside. We will be seeing some sunshine, lower humidity, and we won't be too hot. Highs are just going to be near 80, and we are going to be seeing less haze than these past couple of days. So for the rest of today, expect partly sunny skies, few thunderstorms possible this afternoon and evening. We'll reach near 80 and be a little bit humid, and then tonight we'll drop into the 60s as we dry out. Tomorrow we will be seeing improving conditions with less humidity, less haze and smoke, and it's not going to be too hot, but we will be seeing the unsettled weather return for the end of the week. Dave.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. It's no secret, it is hot out there. And here's reporter Patrick Cornell with some advice. Dave Delachase in for Gary this morning.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We've got a lot to get to this morning, but first, while there is a slow improvement in air quality expected today, an air quality alert still remains for all of central New York.
Yes, so they continued it into midnight tonight because we're still seeing some issues with that today. So let's take a look now at what the National Weather Service extended. They extended our air quality alert. It's in effect until midnight tonight now, and it's still in effect for all of central New York, although the air quality index is a little bit better than yesterday. Right now we're sitting around 120 for this number, and that is going to fall in the unhealthy for some category. If you have any issues or are sensitive to air quality, limit your time outside for today once again. Our temperatures are in the 60s this morning. We have 66 degrees in Little Falls, 67 degrees in Whitesboro. Still a little bit muggy, 63 degrees for the dew point, although this will be improving for tomorrow. So today, still see that haze. We are going to be seeing a cold front move in this afternoon that brings in the chance of thunderstorms, but it also pushes out the smoke a little bit for tomorrow and decreases the humidity. So a nice pleasant day expected tomorrow. And for today, we are just going to be a little bit muggy, highs near 80, still hazy with some thunderstorms possible. I will talk a little bit more about those thunderstorms coming up, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. Let's get right to it. News Channel 2 is staying on the story.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back. We are still kind of dry this morning, seeing a light mist in some areas now, but we are going to be seeing the chance of some thunderstorms kind of increase around noon. This afternoon it's possible to see scattered thunderstorms, but then this evening we do dry out, and then we'll remain dry for the day tomorrow. This thunderstorms come in with a cold front that kind of decreases the humidity for tomorrow and pushes out the haze and smoke as well. So we will be dry tomorrow with another chance of a pop-up thunderstorm Thursday, and then the showers and storms coming in Friday look a little bit more widespread and more of like an all-day event. So if you did want to spend time outside, I would get stuff done either this morning or then later this evening when we do dry out, but just be careful this morning, still seeing that haze and that smoke outside. Tomorrow looks like the best day of the week with sunshine, less humidity, and less haze. And as for Thursday, it's a maybe because some more pop-up thunderstorms are possible. Dave.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. It's another week of scorching, potentially record.
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with some clouds and still some haze this morning, but it is improving a little bit from yesterday. So let's take a look now at downtown Utica. Still hazy conditions. It's a little bit better than yesterday, the air quality index, but because of the haze, the National Weather Service has continued the air quality alert, and they extended their alert until midnight tonight rather than last night. So still seeing some unhealthy levels today, especially if you do have issues with air quality. If you are sensitive to this, limit your time outside. Once again today, I believe our index this morning right now is just around 120, which does fall in this unhealthy for some category. So be careful of that today. If you are sensitive to poor air quality, it does start to improve for tonight and tomorrow. Our temperatures to start from our sky watchers are in the 60s, 69 degrees in Deerfield, 68 degrees in New Hartford, and if we look to the south, we have 65 degrees in Cooperstown, Westford, and in Lawrence. We'll reach near 80 today, and we'll still be a little bit humid outside, but the good news is that a cold front moves through this afternoon, and it drops our humidity and kind of pushes out that smoke for tomorrow. A really pleasant day expected tomorrow before the humidity and the unsettled weather increases again for the end of the week. We are mostly dry this morning. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but as you can see, it is unsettled around us. There is a cold front just to the west that will push through this afternoon, bring in the possibility of a few pop-up thunderstorms, but once again, it will decrease that humidity and push out that haze for tomorrow. Here's a look at the surface smoke on this map here. Yesterday we were in this orange color, today a little bit less, more of like a green yellow color. It continues to move out this afternoon. So once again, the cold front approaches, it does push it out, and overnight, as we can see, that color really lightening up, that smoke really decreasing, and it looks like almost no smoke in our area is expected tomorrow. So for today, expect partly sunny skies. We'll reach near 80 with pop-up thunderstorms possible this afternoon, evening, and then we'll dry out tonight with the low in the 60s with that humidity decreasing as well. So the smoke and haze should push out tomorrow. Really pleasant day expected tomorrow. Will be near 80, so not too hot, less humidity, and then less smoke and haze in the air. For the rest of today, partly sunny. Pop-up thunderstorms are possible this afternoon and early evening. We'll be near 80 with hazy conditions from that wildfire smoke, and then we'll dry out overnight. But the weather really improves tomorrow with some sun. We're not too hot, and the humidity decreases, and we'll be seeing less haze before unsettled weather returns for the end of the week. Dave.
Thanks a lot. A little bit of a relief in sight, at least for a little while before it comes back.
Yes, it seems really nice for tomorrow.
All right, well, we'll enjoy it before everything comes barreling back at us.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. Be sure to like us on Facebook. I'm Dave Delachaise. Gary has the day off.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And those Canadian wildfires are still causing a problem for us here in central New York. The air quality alert remains in effect for the region. Hannah has the very latest on that and when we might see a little bit of relief.
Yes, so a little bit of haze still today, so they're continuing the alert, but then tomorrow it will get much better.
Excellent.
Yes, so let's take a look now at the alert continued by the National Weather Service. This was supposed to end yesterday at midnight. They extended it until tonight at midnight because we're still seeing poor air quality. So keep that in mind for today. If you are sensitive to poor air quality or have any underlying issues, that's when you should limit your time outside. The air quality index at this point is at 120. That does fall in the unhealthy for some category. Our temperatures to start are in the 60s. We have 63 degrees in Inlet and Richfield Springs and 65 degrees in Westmoreland. We are starting out just a little bit muggy, 63 degrees for the dew point, but the humidity will decrease as well for tomorrow. So we see haze, muggy conditions today. We see a few thunderstorms move through this afternoon due to the cold front. But the cold front, it will give us relief for humidity tomorrow, and it will also kind of push out the haze for tonight and tomorrow. So for today, expect hazy conditions, a few thunderstorms possible. We'll reach near 80, and I will talk a little bit more about when the air quality will improve coming up, Dave.
Thank you very much, Hannah. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than just 10 minutes away. DEZ Forest Range.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. We are waking up in the 60s again this morning. We have 67 degrees being measured at the Gervais Park Airport in Rome. It is a little bit muggy. That dew point's at 63 degrees. And we're still seeing hazy skies this morning. This is due to the wildfire smoke up in Canada, blowing some smoke back in. That's causing a haze today. But it does look to start to improve for tonight and for tomorrow. So today, the haze continues. It's also still going to be a little bit muggy. We see some thunderstorms come in this afternoon due to a cold front. And that cold front will decrease the humidity tomorrow, and it will push out the haze and the smoke. Dave.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. When it comes to the fight against Alzheimer's, a second drug to delay
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with haze once again for this morning, and then we see some thunderstorms come in this afternoon. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. As we can see, still hazy, some clouds in the sky as well. But because of this haze and the smoke still in the atmosphere, the National Weather Service has extended their air quality alert for all of central New York until midnight tonight now. It's not as bad as it was yesterday. Our air quality index at this point this morning is just around 120. That falls in the category that's unhealthy for some. If you are sensitive to poor air quality or have any underlying issues, definitely make sure you limit your time outside once again today. But for the majority of people, it should be fine being outside today. Our skywatchers have us in the 60s. We do have 69 degrees in Deerfield, 67 degrees in Clinton and Westdale. And if we look to the south, we have 64 degrees in Milford and 63 degrees in Evanston and West Lawrence. We'll reach near 80 today, and it still is going to be a little bit humid ahead of a cold front that brings in some thunderstorms this afternoon. But what that cold front will really do is we'll decrease the humidity tomorrow. We'll push out the smoke and haze as well for tomorrow. A really pleasant day is actually expected tomorrow. But then the unsettled weather and the humidity is on the rise again for the end of the week. We are dry to start this morning. This is our York Full Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. But as we can see on our radar satellite, there is some unsettled weather kind of just around us. This is due to the cold front out west that will push its way in, bring in a few pop-up thunderstorms this afternoon and evening, and then start to push out that haze as well. So this morning, Nala is saying hi to her neighbor Cosmo. Cosmo does look a little bit worried about the haze and the thunderstorms today, but Nala says not to worry because tomorrow it's going to be much better. We're going to be seeing less humidity and a little to no haze tomorrow. So definitely keep in mind that the cold front today actually helps for a really nice day tomorrow. So here's a look at the near surface smoke. This is still less than yesterday. Yesterday we were in this orange color. We're kind of more of like a green yellow color. It will continue to decrease by tonight. Should be a little bit better. And then really overnight into tomorrow morning, that's where we see the most improvement. And we should be seeing little to no haze tomorrow. So for today, partly sunny skies and we'll be near 80, a little bit muggy with scattered thunderstorms this afternoon and evening, and then we dry out tonight. Tomorrow, with less humidity and less smoke and haze, it will be sunny and not too hot. Highs reach right near 80. It's going to be a really pleasant day tomorrow. So for the rest of today, expect partly sunny skies with haze and a few thunderstorms later. We'll reach near 80 and then we'll fall into the 60s tonight as we dry out. But really improving weather for tomorrow as we see sunshine, not too hot with highs near 80 and less humidity. And we also see that haze push out as well. Dave.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. It's no secret that it's hot out there, and here's reporter.
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW 11.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us at 7 a.m. I'm Dave Delachase in for Gary this morning.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
We've got a lot to get to this morning, but first, there's a slow improvement in air quality expected today, although the air quality alert does remain in effect for all of central New York, and Hannah has more on that.
Yes, so they continued it for today. We're still seeing poor air quality, especially if you are sensitive to this. So let's take a look now at our air quality alert continued by the National Weather Service. It's for all of central New York. It was supposed to expire last night or at midnight today, this morning, but it's going to be in effect until midnight tonight now, because we are still seeing poor air quality today. Our air quality index is just around 120. This does fall in the unhealthy for some category. If you are sensitive to poor air quality, make sure you limit your time outside today. Our temperatures are in the 60s this morning. We have 65 degrees in Little Falls and Westmoreland, 63 degrees in Earlville and Lake Pleasant, and our dew point is at 64 degrees, so a little bit muggy as well for today. But we continue to see haze today with a cold front moving in this afternoon. That cold front will bring in a few pop-up thunderstorms, and it will push out the haze for tomorrow along with decrease the humidity. So for today, expect partly sunny skies with haze, few thunderstorms possible this afternoon. I will talk a little bit more about the improving weather tomorrow coming up, Dave.
Thanks a lot, Hannah. Let's get right to it. News Channel 2 is...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with hazy skies this morning, and we are continuing to see poor air quality today due to wildfire smoke. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. As we can see, hazy skies to start. We are also warm and muggy this morning, but since it is hazy, we are continuing the poor air quality. The National Weather Service has continued this air quality alert in effect for all of central New York, now in effect until tonight at midnight. Our air quality at this point is just around 120. It's better than yesterday, but it's still in the category that's unhealthy for some. If you are sensitive to poor air quality or have any underlying issues, definitely make sure to limit your time outside once again for today as the poor air quality continues. Our sky watchers have us in the 60s this morning, 67 degrees in Mohawk, Clinton, and in Westdale. And if we take a look to the south, we have 64 degrees in Milford, 63 degrees in Edmiston and West Lawrence, and still a little bit muggy this morning. It will be humid today as a cold front approaches, bringing in some scattered thunderstorms. But what this cold front this afternoon will do is it will push out the haze and the smoke for tomorrow, and it will decrease the humidity. So tomorrow looks like a really pleasant day ahead before unsettled weather and the humidity increases for the rest of the week. We are dry this morning on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but we can see it is looking a little bit unsettled on our radar. We are seeing a cold front just to the west of us that will move through once again this afternoon, starting to push out the smoke. It looks like our smoke is less than yesterday. Yesterday we were more of like an orange color. This morning we're like a green color. It continues to be green-yellow through today. But tonight, with that cold front fully moving through, it really decreases overnight to a lighter blue color for tomorrow, and it fully looks to move out tomorrow as well. As we can see here on our map, no color over the Utica area. So it looks like the haze and the smoke will move out tomorrow along with the humidity. Our skycast here today is going to show partly sunny skies. We'll be near 80 with pop-up thunderstorms possible this afternoon and early evening. We will dry out tonight with the low in the 60s with much pleasant weather coming in tomorrow. We will not be seeing haze or smoke and less humidity, not too hot with highs near 80. So for the rest of today, expect partly sunny skies with a few thunderstorms possible this afternoon, and then we will dry out tonight. But that haze and that smoke will move through for tomorrow, decreasing the humidity as well for a pleasant day in store.
Steve McMurray. Gary has the afternoon off. While there is a slow improvement in air quality expected today, an air quality alert remains in effect for all of central New York. Let's see how long that's going to last. We'll get you over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Hannah Evans tracking the very latest. Hannah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Steve. We still have our alert in effect issued by the National Weather Service, and that's in effect until tonight at midnight. So it was supposed to end last night, but they extended it until tonight. We're still seeing hazy conditions outside from that wildfire smoke up in Canada. It's not as bad as yesterday. Our air quality index at this point is just around 140, and that falls in the unhealthy for some category. If you have any sensitivity to poor air quality, just keep that in mind to limit your time outside today. We are dry in our region on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. There is a cold front just to the west of us, and as we can see, some small pop-up thunderstorms developing upon the cold front moving in. So it is possible to see a chance of some thunderstorms this afternoon. But once again, the haze continues today. It's continuing to be humid as well. Once this cold front moves through this afternoon, the haze will push out tomorrow and the humidity will drop for tomorrow as well. So for the rest of today, expect humid conditions, a few thunderstorms possible with highs near 80. And I will talk a little bit more about the pleasant weather coming in tomorrow. Coming up, Steve.
All right, Hannah, thank you.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking hazy skies for this afternoon due to the wildfire smoke from Canada. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. As we can see, hazy skies continue. Some extra cloud cover has moved in as well, but we are going to continue to see the haze for the rest of this afternoon, and then the possibility of some thunderstorms come in as well. But because of this haze and the poor air quality, the air quality alert issued by the National Weather Service does continue until midnight tonight. Our air quality at this point is just around 140. That falls into the unhealthy for some category. If you are sensitive to poor air quality or have any underlying issues, definitely limit your time outside once again today. We're pretty warm. We're in the 70s and we're humid. Our skywatchers have us at 79 degrees in Ilium, 77 degrees in Cooperstown, and 78 degrees in Clinton. We'll reach the low 80s today and will remain humid as this cold front approaches us for this afternoon. But what that cold front will do is it will push out the haze for tomorrow, along with drop the humidity. So really nice days actually expected tomorrow with some sun. We do get humid and unsettled again, though, for the end of the week. At this point, we're still mostly dry on our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar. As we can see, a small thunderstorm just north of Old Forge is developing this afternoon. But we are mostly dry in our region, starting to see some extra cloud cover moving in. And then if we look to our west, seeing some pop-up thunderstorms developing along the cold front. So as this approaches us this afternoon, it is possible to see some scattered thunderstorms. So Nala and her neighbor are not happy about that for this afternoon. Today, she's saying hi to Cosmo. Looks a little bit worried, but Nala says not to worry because the haze and the humidity will move out for a really pleasant day expected tomorrow. But then we see the chance of some more thunderstorms returning on Thursday, and then they will become a little bit more widespread heading into Friday. So for the rest of today, expect the possibility of some scattered thunderstorms. Highs reach the low 80s. Then tonight we will dry out as the haze pushes out as well, with the low in the 60s. Tomorrow we should be seeing sunshine, less haze, and less humidity. It looks like a really pleasant day tomorrow with highs near 80 and just a little bit of a breeze. So for the rest of today, once again, a thunderstorm is possible. We'll reach the low 80s and continue to be hazy from the wildfire smoke. Then tonight, as things dry out, we should start to see the haze push out along with the humidity decrease for a really nice pleasant day tomorrow with sunshine and not too hot as well with highs in the low 80s. Even tomorrow night looks really comfortable with the low in the 50s. Steve.
All right, Hannah, thanks. Today, about a third. And welcome back to News Channel 2 at noon. Those Canadian wildfires still causing a problem for us here in the Mohawk Valley. An air quality alert remains in effect for the region. We'll start this half hour with meteorologist Hannah Evans with more. Good afternoon once again, Hannah. Good
afternoon, Steve. The National Weather Service has extended the air quality alert until tonight, still due to that poor air quality. So we have this in effect until midnight tonight. Our air quality index at this point is just around 140. That still falls in the unhealthy for some category. If you are sensitive to poor air quality, definitely limit your time outside once again today. It should start to improve more tomorrow. We are still mostly dry on our Yorkville Battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar, but we are tracking a cold front just to the west of us out near Rochester at that point. It is forming thunderstorms. As we can see, a severe thunderstorm warning just above Rochester, so it is possible to see some scattered thunderstorms developing here this afternoon, but otherwise we still see the haze. It is pretty humid, but once this cold front does move through this afternoon, the humidity will break for tomorrow and the haze will improve, so it actually is going to be a really pleasant day expected tomorrow. So for the rest of today, expect a few scattered thunderstorms possible. We'll reach the low 80s, and I will talk a little bit more about the pleasant day tomorrow coming up, Steve.
All right, definitely look forward to that. Thanks, Hannah. DEC Forest Rangers.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are still tracking some haze today from the Canadian wildfire. It looks to move out tomorrow. Let's take a look now at downtown Utica. It is hazy. We're also seeing an increase in cloud cover with the chance of some thunderstorms this afternoon. But first, the National Weather Service has continued the air quality alert until midnight tonight now. It was supposed to end last night at midnight, but since it's still hazy with poor air quality today, they did extend it until midnight tonight. It won't affect all of us, though. We're just at a level that's unhealthy for some. Our number at this point is 140 for the air quality index, so this is going to be unhealthy for anyone who has issues with poor air quality. So if you are in this group, keep that in mind and limit time outside once again today. It should improve tomorrow. Our sky watchers this afternoon have us in the 70s. We are getting pretty warm because it's also humid. 79 degrees in Ilion, 78 degrees in Clinton, and 77 degrees in Cooperstown. A cold front approaches this afternoon that does bring in some thunderstorms, but the good news about this cold front is that it actually will break the humidity tomorrow and will kind of push out that smoke and haze as well. So a really pleasant day is expected tomorrow with low humidity and sunshine before unsettled weather and humidity increases for the end of the week once again. At this point, we are still dry on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2, Doppler radar, but once again, this cold front to the west has some thunderstorms developing along it. So as it does approach us this afternoon and early evening, it is possible to see some scattered thunderstorms. We are also going to be seeing an increase in cloud cover as well, and it's going to get a little bit breezy. So they will be scattered this afternoon and evening. We'll dry out tonight and be dry for a really nice day tomorrow before the chance some thunderstorms return Thursday, and they will become a little bit more widespread with some rain on Friday. So on our skycast here for the rest of today, we'll reach the low 80s and will be humid with those thunderstorms moving through this afternoon and early evening. What they will do is kind of push out the smoke and haze, and our humidity will decrease tonight. Tomorrow will be really nice and pleasant outside. We'll reach near 80 degrees, so not too hot, and it's not going to be as humid, and we are going to be seeing sunshine with a little bit of a breeze outside. So for the rest of today, we have a chance of a thunderstorm. Highs reach the low 80s. We're also still seeing haze from the wildfire smoke. And then tonight we drop into the 60s as we dry out. A really pleasant day is expected tomorrow. Sunshine near 80, so not too hot. Will be less humid, and that haze should have moved out as well from the smoke. And then even tomorrow night, it will be nice and comfortable for sleeping with the low in the 50s. Steve.
All right, definitely looking forward to that. Thanks a lot, Hannah. We're learning more.
Has the night off. An air quality alert remains in effect for all of central New York and will remain in effect until midnight tonight. To get the full scope of things, we start in the Weather Center tonight with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis, keeping an eye on it all, including the radar and what's coming our way from the Syracuse area as well.
Yeah, we're going to start with the storms tonight. This is going to move through central New York over the next hour or two. Keep the umbrella handy if you're heading out this evening. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar showing a line of storms. They're not severe, but they are producing some thunder, some lightning, and some downpours. And these will be tracking across the entire area. Strongest south of Route 20. See more red and some lightning strikes here. Along the thruway and points north, we'll still see some rain with this, but thunder will be a little bit more limited. Our current temperature is 80 degrees. It's very humid outside. We still have poor air quality, although it's not going to be as poor as it was yesterday as we go forward. We'll see an improvement in the air quality beginning tomorrow. Again, improving air quality, things turn less humid as well as a cold front arrives tonight. We've got a nice break in the weather, looking at dry conditions tomorrow and Thursday with a return to some storms and some rain as we look ahead to Friday. Again, we're tracking a few passing showers and storms this evening. Temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. Looking at the forecast heading to the weekend that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Now, that storm that blew through Deerfield in North Utica brought several trees down with wires on Herkimer Road near Keys Road. I was just in touch with Utica Fire Chief Scott Ingersoll, and he tells me that one limb landed on a car as well. Nobody was hurt, but Mother Nature showing her force once again. National Grid is on scene. working to repair the downed power lines. Governor Kathy Hochul spoke in Orange County today about flood relief. Downstate was hit hard by last week's heavy rains, as was Hamilton County up north. Hochul sent a request to President Biden for a major disaster declaration, estimating $50 million in damage. But Hochul says if that federal money comes, it'll be for municipalities to do things like repair bridges, infrastructures, and government buildings. Still needed money for residents.
What about the homeowners? Who's taking care of them? And I doubt that most people have enough money in their bank account to cover unanticipated damage. You know, your appliances are now forever ruined. You have to put on new boards on your porch. You have to new drywall and carpeting in the basement. I mean,
Hochul also gave a huge shout out to first responders for their work during the recent flooding. A North Country resort devastated by flooding has been uplifted by the support from the community and past and present guests as they undertake the costly, lengthy process of rebuilding. The Provost family says they feel a responsibility to all who visited and fallen in love with Hemlock Hall, the past owners and families who've run it, and to their staff and community to rebuild. It's a project they estimate will cost in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So far, a GoFundMe page set up to help the family rebuild has raised nearly $90,000. Donations range from $10 to $10,000, many with notes sharing what the resort has meant to them and their families throughout the years. The business was denied flood insurance, but it wouldn't have helped anyway because infrastructure, not buildings, were damaged. They aren't sure when they'll be able to reopen. Families also moved by all the people volunteering their time to help with the cleanup. A Utica man is dead following.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. A cold front moving through the area this evening will create a few showers and thunderstorms and also a drop in the humidity and an improvement in the air quality. Let's take a look outside on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Well, first, we're dealing with the thunderstorms this evening. So far, a lot of these storms not that strong, but still producing some thunder and lightning and some gusty winds. We're primarily focused on storms that will be passing south of the Mohawk Valley, south of Route 20. Lightning strikes with these gusty winds. We'll see some rain in and north of the Mohawk Valley, but I think the stronger storms will be passing south this time around. Again, some gusty winds and locally heavy rain is to be expected as that cold front moves through. The cold front also turns the winds into the west, and that's going to help clear out the smoke. We'll see an improvement in the air quality over the next 24 hours, starting out tomorrow morning with just minor levels of pollution, and then we're expecting lower levels as we head into the afternoon, and the air quality remains pretty good here as we head into Thursday and Friday, and I don't foresee any smoke issues returning, at least for the short term. But again, until those wildfires in Canada come to an end, there will always be the chance that this could happen again in the future. Looking at the humidity will be breaking away from us here as we head into Wednesday. It should be a very comfortable day. Little return to humidity Thursday and Friday, but then the humidity drops again as we look ahead to Saturday. In addition to the lower humidity, we actually have some cooler nights ahead for a change. It's been a very warm summer, especially at night. And again, a couple of cooler nights ahead. Utica checking in with 80 degrees, Dolgeville 78, Little Falls 82, Cooperstown 81, Skinevus 77, and Hamilton with 79. Tracking a cold front, again producing a few showers and thunderstorms this evening. As the front heads to the east, again, the weather will improve tonight. No storms will be generally over with by 7 to 8 o'clock this evening. Looking at mostly clear skies overnight. Temperatures drop down into the upper 50s. Some patchy fog rolls in by tomorrow morning. Clouds give way to sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Should be a beautiful day. Again, low humidity, lots of sunshine, and again, much better air quality. Cool tomorrow night. Overnight lows look to drop into the mid-50s, maybe even the upper 40s in some of the cooler spots. And then as you get into Thursday, it's back to sunshine. Thursday's trending drier, but it is looking warm with highs returning to the low to mid-80s. Partly cloudy skies tonight, low of 59. Tomorrow, a beautiful day, partly sunny. Temperatures near 80 degrees. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Thursday's looking dry. Still looks like we're going to be dealing with thunderstorms on Friday, 79. I know, not happy about that, Jason. We're working on it.
All right.
Some showers here Saturday. Sunday is looking beautiful. Plenty of sunshine, low humidity expected over the weekend.
And look, I love Cooperstown. There's no question we love Cooperstown. And if it's a little rain Friday, you bring your umbrella because Sunday is the marquee day of the week.
That's right. It's looking good Sunday.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Bill. Well, for thousands of Florida homeowners, it's been a chaotic start. Back in with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. We're not seeing the heat, but we are seeing some thunderstorms.
Yeah, we're keeping an eye on the radar this evening. There's going to be another round of storms approaching from the west. We've seen a few isolated storms this afternoon, one hitting Utica. That next round will be moving in. That could produce wind gusts up to about 50 miles an hour. So that's just below severe limits, but still. Heading out and about this evening, be on the lookout for a few downpours, some gusty winds, some thunder and lightning, especially south of the Mohawk Valley where these storms will be moving through. As far as that's concerned, once the storms move by, this is just going to be one round. Should be a good evening to take the dog out for a walk. Temperatures will be in the mid-70s. Again, wait for the storms to pass through and then things will be better. Tonight's featured dog is Bentley from Howe and Patton, and if you want to be part of this, head to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. Tracking a nice break in the weather, less humidity, improving air quality as we get into tomorrow. We're going to look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Russia's decision to pull out of a deal allowing
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're tracking some showers, a few thunderstorms approaching from the west. Let's take a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This is a line. It's producing some thunder and some lightning. For the most part, this is not producing severe weather, but there's one part of the line that's a little bit stronger than the rest. You kind of see the extension of it. This red that's ahead of the rest of it is caused by some stronger winds. This is a little bit of a bow with some localized stronger winds with this, up to 50 miles an hour. So even though this is below severe limits, we're still recommending people be indoors as this arrives. Heading towards Brookfield at 5:58. Actually, as I'm speaking here, the Weather Service has upgraded this to a severe thunderstorm warning. So now the winds with the last scan closer to 58 to 60 miles an hour here. So it's slightly strengthening. Again, moving towards Richfield at 6:30, Richfield Springs 6:38, and Springfield at 6:54. Again, the possibility of 60-mile-an-hour winds, probably some small hail here too, but I think this is more of a wind concern as we go forward. And in fact, I'm going to step out of the picture here and clear the screen just to get an idea of where this warning is, looking at kind of the bigger picture here as it just came in. So this is going to be for southern Oneida County, extreme eastern Madison County, and northern Otsego County, that severe thunderstorm warning until 6:30. Again, I'll go ahead and zoom in and show you a couple of the towns and locations that we're talking about here. So if you're traveling south on Route 8, again, heading into this around Bridgewater, North Edmonston, Exeter, and again, Richfield and Richfield Springs. Again, some gusty winds possible here as we head into this evening. This is the one concern that we have. The rest of the storms moving through the area likely not producing damaging wind. We're drying out as we get into tomorrow as well as Thursday. Looking at dry conditions through Friday, that'll be our next chance of rain. The rain does look widespread. Some scattered showers here return on Saturday. The smoke is going to clear out as a cold front sweeps through. So we're looking at improving air quality. And by the way, the rain that's coming in, interacting with the smoke, it's not going to cause any acid rain. That's more man-made rather than related to wildfires here. And we're going to see a drop in the humidity, too, as that cold front rolls through. Humidity's back for Thursday and Friday, but it's only temporary. We'll see a drop in the humidity again by Saturday. Schuyler, 74. Jeff and Mohawk, 76. Sequoia, 73 degrees. Paynes Hollow with 80. As you look at our Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, again, we're going to track those showers and storms moving through the area tonight. We're going to get a chance to dry out. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 50s. Beautiful day tomorrow with a return to sunshine. Partly cloudy tonight, 59 for the low. Tomorrow, sunshine, low humidity, a high of 81. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. 83 on Thursday. We're dry. Plenty of sunshine. Showers and storms Friday. Some showers linger into Saturday, and Sunday and Monday looking dry with highs in the low 80s. We're going to continue to track that severe thunderstorm as it moves through our area, the latest at 6 o'clock. Stay with us.
Well, as Kristen is off tonight, haze from those Canadian wildfires continue to spew smoke south. But it's really a string of potential rain and thunderstorms that we're keeping an eye on right now. Let's go over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. He is tracking it all from the Weather Center.
Yeah, this is a line of showers and a few rumbles of thunder. There's one part of the line that's a little bit stronger than the others, and that's what's causing a severe thunderstorm warning with this. This is from the National Weather Service, the possibility of wind gusts along this part of the line up to 60 miles an hour. The brunt of the strong weather is expected to pass south of Utica, but many of us will be seeing some downpours with this. In this particular zone where the warning is, though, that's where we could see wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. Plainfield at 611, Richfield at 628, Warren at 644, and Springfield at 652. If you're in the path of this part of the line, you're going to want to get inside, again, with the possibility of strong winds. It is something we're going to be keeping an eye on. Current temperature 78 degrees. The air quality improves tomorrow as this cold front moves through. It's the cold front producing some storms too. Again, we're going to continue to track those along with our next chance of rain that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. That storm that blew through Deerfield and North Utica around 3:30 this afternoon brought several trees down with wires on Herkimer Road near Keys Road. I checked in with Chief Scott Ingersoll, the Utica Fire Department, and he tells me that one limb landed on a car. Nobody was injured. That's good news there. Mother Nature, though, showing her force once again as National Grid was on the scene to repair the downed lines. A North Country resort devastated by flooding has been uplifted by the support from the community and past and present guests as they undertake the costly, lengthy process of rebuilding. The Provost family says they feel a responsibility to all who visited and fallen in love with the Hemlock Hall, the past owners and families who've run it, and to their staff and community to rebuild. It's a project they estimate will cost in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So far, a GoFundMe page set up to help the family rebuild has raised nearly $90,000. Donations range from $10 to $10,000. Many with notes sharing the resort what has meant to them and their families throughout the years. The business was denied flood insurance, but it wouldn't have helped anyway because infrastructure, not buildings, were damaged. They aren't sure when they'll be able to reopen. The family is also moved by all the people volunteering their time to help with the repairs. Governor Kathy Hochul spoke in Orange County today about flood relief. Downstate was hit hard by last week's heavy rains, as was Hamilton County up north. Hochul sent a request to President Biden for a major disaster declaration, estimating $50 million in damage. But Hochul says if that federal money comes, it'll be for municipalities to do things like repair bridges, infrastructures, and government buildings. Still needed money for residents.
What about the homeowners? Who's taking care of them? And I doubt that most people have enough money in their bank account to cover unanticipated damage. You know, your appliances are now forever ruined. You have to put on new boards on your porch. You have to new drywall and carpeting in the basement. I mean,
the governor also gave a huge shout out to first responders for their work during the recent floods. A Utica man is dead following.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We're continuing to track showers and thunderstorms moving in to Central New York. While most of these will just produce some rain and maybe a few rumbles of thunder, there is one part of this line that's a lot stronger than the others. And I'm going to spend and focus my time on that part, where this is the one that could create some damaging winds and some small hail. This is just south of the Mohawk Valley, moving into northern Otsego County. You can see the red here. This severe thunderstorm warning in effect for northern Otsego County until 6:30. Thunder, lightning, wind gusts up to 60 miles an hour. Possibility of some small hail with this too, up to quarter size. This is tracking through Plainfield within the next few minutes. Richfield at 6:32, Richfield Springs at 6:41. You may notice that this warning kind of cuts out this part of Herkimer County. There's different weather service offices here. If you live in southern Herkimer County, you're going to want to take shelter from this too, because you are in the path of this. Also, too, we have an ability to detect the possibility of hail, and it is showing that it could be forming just west of Plainfield, so we'll keep an eye on that. Also, too, there are thunderstorms to the north of this severe thunderstorm warning as well, but again, the focus is there where there is the possibility of some damaging winds. Once this line rolls through, the weather will dry out this evening. We're looking at dry weather on Wednesday and Thursday, a big drop in the humidity. The wet weather returns on Friday, widespread showers and storms along with increasing the humidity. Let's talk about the air quality. Dealing with that again today, not quite as much as yesterday. The air quality improves as a cold front sweeps through. We'll see improving air quality tomorrow, and it doesn't look like we'll be dealing with this anytime soon, at least for the next several days. Not permanently, though, because those fires are still continuing in Canada, but not for the next couple of days. Drop in the humidity tomorrow. The humidity returns on Thursday and Friday. Skywatchers in the 70s this evening. Curtis Corners 73, Cross Southern Valleys, Worcester 78, Paynes Hollow with 80 degrees. This cold front moves through the region this evening. We'll see an improvement in the weather as we head into tonight. Partly to mostly clear skies. Overnight lows drop down into the upper 50s. Some patchy fog first thing tomorrow morning, followed by sunshine. It's a beautiful Wednesday. The weather remains dry through Thursday. Partly cloudy tonight. Again, those thunderstorms come to an end. Low temperature of 59. Sunshine tomorrow. You'll notice a big drop in the humidity and an improvement in the air quality, a high of 81. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Thursday looks dry, 83. Showers, thunderstorms on Friday, 79. Some scattered showers linger into early Saturday, but Sunday is looking beautiful. Lots of sunshine as we head into early next week with high temperatures in the low 80s. So again, that one spot that we're watching in northern Otsego County with the potential of some damaging winds.
All right, and if anything happens, we'll break back in and you can track it.
All right.
All right, thanks, Bill. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6, a former head coach of the Utica. Tonight, we bring in Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis, as we do at this time, and things are improving with air quality.
Yeah,
correct?
we're taking a step in a cleaner direction. I think tomorrow, while we won't be out of the blue with, out of the clear with the smoke, it should be a lot better. And the weather is going to continue to improve. Let's take a look at the radar this evening. And this is all because of a cold front. That brought showers and thunderstorms to the area earlier today. The front is now drifting to the east, and we are going to see a drop in the humidity behind it. And again, the front's going to help push this smoke out of our area. Our current temperature is 68 degrees, the dew point 65, so it's still pretty warm and a bit humid out there, but things are going to gradually cool off tonight, and we'll see a drop in humidity. Overnight lows making a run into the upper 50s, which it's been a while since we've been that cool. So a good night to open up the windows as the air quality continues to improve. We got a couple of nice days ahead before rain returns. Good look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A North Country resort devastated by flooding has been uplifted by the support from the community and past and present guests as they undertake the costly, lengthy process of rebuilding. The Provost family says they feel a responsibility to all who visited and fallen in love with Hemlock Hall, the past owners, families who've run it, and to their staff and community, and they're going to rebuild. It's a project that they estimate is going to cost in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So far, a GoFundMe page has been set up to help the family rebuild. They've raised nearly $90,000. Donations range from $10 to $10,000. Many with notes sharing what the resort has meant to them and their families through the years. The business was denied flood insurance, but it wouldn't have helped anyway because infrastructure, not buildings, were damaged. They aren't sure when they'll be able to reopen. The family is also moved by all the people volunteering their time to help with the cleanup. Meantime, Governor Kathy Hochul spoke in Orange County today about flood relief. Downstate was hit pretty hard by last week's heavy rains, as of course was Hamilton County up north. Hochul sent a request to President Biden for a major disaster declaration, estimating $50 million in damage. But Hochul says if that federal money comes, it'll be for municipalities to do things like repair bridges, infrastructures, and government buildings. Still needed is money for residents.
What about the homeowners? Who's taking care of them? And I doubt that most people have enough money in their bank account to cover unanticipated damage. You know, your appliances are now forever ruined. You have to put on new boards on your porch. You have to new drywall and carpeting in the basement. I mean,
Hochul also gave a huge shout out to first responders for their work during the recent flooding. We want to tell you about a spike.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. I'm tracking pretty quiet weather across the area. Cold front is now pushed to the east, and we will see a drop in the humidity as we head into tonight. A nice break from it. Temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler over the next couple of days, too. From earlier today, look at this lightning strike. This was captured by Jason Fisk, some of those storms that rolled through Otsego County, producing a lot of lightning and some locally heavy rain. The rain is moving out. We're going to see a couple of dry days here Wednesday and Thursday before the next weather maker returns on Friday, bringing us widespread rain along with a few thunderstorms, some scattered showers here as we head into Saturday. So again, we do get a break from the rain. We get a break from the humidity. We also get a break from the smoke. Again, the trifecta here. Looking at that cold front pushing through, allowing the winds to change direction, moving the smoke out of our area. So big improvements in the air quality tomorrow. And I don't foresee the smoke really coming back anytime soon, at least not to the levels that we saw today and yesterday. But as long as those wildfires continue, there will always be a chance that the smoke could return. Again, I'm not seeing that happen in the short term. Humidity, again, a break from it tomorrow. The levels start to creep up again Thursday and Friday before dropping off again on Saturday. Cold front continues to march to the east. It's going to carry with it showers and humidity. And again, we're going to see a nice break of the weather tomorrow as high pressure builds in. Tonight, that's going to lead to some patchy fog with mostly clear skies. Overnight lows will briefly drop into the 50s for the first time in a while. Sunshine tomorrow, beautiful. Temperatures climb into the upper 70s to near 80. Cool tomorrow night. Overnight lows drop down into the 50s. Some of the colder spots may briefly touch the upper 40s. How about that for the middle of summer? Back to warmer weather here Thursday. We'll make a run into the low to mid 80s. It's dry Thursday, but our chance of rain will return as we head into Friday. Partly cloudy skies tonight, a low of 59. Tomorrow, a beautiful day. Partly sunny skies, less humid, and again, improving air quality, high of 81. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast, dry Thursday. Showers, storms return Friday. They look to be pretty widespread. 79 for the high. Showers possible Saturday, Sunday, and Monday look dry. Great weather for induction ceremony on Sunday. No problems here. Nice weather continues into Monday.
Still have a little time to make Friday nice. I don't think that's going to happen. All right, it's worth a try. Coming up next, a guy who's always interesting. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis joins us now for a first look at your forecast. How about a little bit of good news? We got some nice sun tomorrow and better air to breathe.
Biggest news of all.
Yeah.
Finally getting a break from this. It's been the summer of smoke.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, that's been the case, but at least we're going to see this level come down tomorrow, and I don't see this coming back, at least for the short term.
Okay, that's good news.
Until the fires go out, we can't promise that it won't ever return, but again, we are in better shape tomorrow compared to today and yesterday. Smoke is still out there, actually quite a bit of haze as well. What is going to allow the smoke to thin out is a cold front changing the wind direction. That cold front brought us some showers and a few thunderstorms earlier today. Those showers and storms have passed to the east, and what's left behind, a little bit of haze, a little bit of fog. With the smoke in the air, it'll be smog. Current temperature is 66. We are going to drop below 60 tonight, and this will only be the third time that we've done that this month. We've had a lot of warm nights in July, but it will be a more comfortable night. And with the air quality improving, you will be able to open up the windows and air out the house tomorrow. We're tracking a nice day. We'll let you know how long the nice weather lasts, and it's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A North Country resort devastated by flooding has been uplifted by the support from the community and past and present guests. as they undertake the costly, lengthy process of rebuilding. The Provost family says they feel a responsibility to all who have visited and fallen in love with Hemlock Hall, the past owners, the families who've run it, and to their staff and community. They want to rebuild. It's a project they estimate is going to cost in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So far, a GoFundMe page has been set up by the family to help rebuild, as they've raised nearly $90,000 so far. Donations range from $10 to $10,000. Many with notes sharing what the resort has meant to them and their families through the years. The business was denied flood insurance, but it wouldn't have helped anyway because infrastructure, not buildings, were damaged. They aren't sure when they'll be able to reopen. The family is also moved by all of the people volunteering their time to help with the cleanup. Meantime, Governor Kathy Hochul spoke today in Orange County about the flood relief. Downstate was hit just as hard last week by heavy rains, as was Hamilton County up north. Now, Governor Hochul sent a request to President Biden for a major disaster declaration, estimating $50 million in damage. But Hochul says if that federal money comes, it'll be marked for municipalities to do things like repair bridges, infrastructures, and government buildings. Still needed, though, is money for residents.
What about the homeowners? Who's taking care of them? And I doubt that most people have enough money in their bank account to cover unanticipated damage. You know, your appliances are now forever ruined. You have to put on new boards on your porch. You have to new drywall and carpeting in the basement. I mean,
the governor also gave a huge shout out to first responders for their work during the recent flooding. Madison County Health Department has
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. The weather is settling down as the cold front is now pushing to the east. This is a live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. From earlier today, again, a very active scene. Thunderstorms passing through our area, the strongest of which were south. This picture taken by Jason Fisk. Great capture here of lightning. He's got a knack for that. Those storms, again, moving out of the area, producing some wind damage in spots along the Route 20 corridor. The weather, though, will be quieting down. We've got a couple of dry days ahead, Wednesday and Thursday. We're not expecting any rain. Friday, the rain becomes widespread. Some scattered showers as we head into Saturday. The cold front that now pushes through the area will also kick out the smoke. We're going to see a decrease in the smoke across the area beginning tonight. I think you'll notice the difference tomorrow. We may see a very light haze, but it won't be like today or yesterday. The air quality will improve, and it will remain improved as we head into Thursday. I'm looking ahead, too, and I don't see the smoke returning, at least for the next couple of days. Of course, going forward, until those fires are put out in Canada, we're never really going to be safe from smoke here. But again, we'll just continue to take things day by day. The humidity backing off tomorrow. We'll get a nice break from that. But the humidity does creep up again Thursday and Friday before dropping off again as we start the weekend. Again, this cold front moves through tonight. In its wake, some dry weather. We'll see some fog develop overnight. That'll be around first thing in the morning, 7 a.m., mostly cloudy skies. We'll see a return to sunshine. It should be a beautiful day. Again, comfortable and less humid. Temperatures in the upper 70s to near 80. Cool tomorrow night. A lot of places fall into the low to mid 50s. In fact, we couldn't even see 40s in some of the outlying areas. Pretty rare this July. We've only done that. We've only dropped into the 50s twice so far this month. And as we head into Thursday, the warmer weather does return. A south wind will help increase the humidity. And eventually some rain will return as we head into Friday. Partly cloudy tonight, low of 59. Some patchy fog develops late. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a beautiful day. Better air quality, 81 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast for dry Thursday, 83. Widespread showers and storms Friday, 79. A few showers early Saturday, 76. Sunday, Monday looking dry, very pleasant with highs in the low 80s. More showers and storms possible on Tuesday. We'll be right back.